Next in setup phase is to create Airbnb listing. Now, there are a couple of things you need to keep in mind when you're creating the listing. The first one is try and use a computer when you are doing it. Their phone app is not designed to create listings, although it will allow you to create it, but it is not specifically designed by keeping hosts in mind. So try and use a computer. You will see a lot more options. It is much more user friendly when you're doing it from a computer than using a phone. And I've seen people often run into problems when they're trying to list a property from their phone. Second is you will need an email address, which will be associated with your Airbnb account. So keep your email address handy. You will also need one form of ID proof, which could be a driving license or a passport or any other ID document which might be relevant in your country. You will need property photos. I assume as per the previous step, you would have the photos with you now. So keep the photos handy. You will need to upload the photos. And the last one is the list of amenities. So by this time, you will know exactly what you're offering in your property, and you will need all those details to fill in when you're creating the listing. Now, a couple of things you need to keep in mind when you're creating the listing. The first time when you start creating a listing on Airbnb, it will take you through very simple basic steps. About 5 or 6 steps they will ask you, things like upload 5 photos, add a description, add a title, and how many people it can sleep, and that's it. It will show you a publish button. And there is a trick to this. Airbnb wants to make it super easy for anyone and everyone to be able to list their property. That is why they keep it so simple in step 1. Once you publish your listing in this step 1, it lands you into another more elaborate screen where you will have a lot more options to populate for your listing. So the trick is, when you're creating a listing for the first time, just follow the steps. Do not spend too much time on all the options you see until you see that publish button. Press the publish button. Once you have published the listing, go back and change it to unpublish straight after that. And then at that point, you will have a lot more options to populate, go through all the details in your listing. And I have recorded a video where I give you a proper walkthrough of all the options you will have on your Airbnb listing. Go through all those pages and make sure you correctly reflect all the amenities and all the other best practices I have recorded in the other video, which I will leave in a description of this tutorial as well. Another trick is when you're going through the list of amenities, Airbnb keeps adding new amenities to that list every now and then. So it is a good idea to either mark that as yes and no when you're going through the list, because that will help you identify the new ones they have added since the last time you were there. Because then you will see it as blank instead of being marked yes or no for anything they've added new recently.